The Union flag isn't just cloth stitched into crosses. It's a political statement flying at full volume. It's conquest, compromise, rebellion and survival woven into red, white and blue. This flag didn't appear overnight. It was forged in moments when kingdoms collided, crowns merged, and history refused to stay quiet. If you think the Union flag is just a symbol of Britain, stay with me. This story runs deeper, darker, and far more global than most people ever realize. The story begins not with patriotism, but with tension. In the early 1600s, England and Scotland were separate kingdoms, often hostile, often suspicious, but now forced into an awkward partnership. When James VI of Scotland became James I of England in 1603, the crowns united, but the nations did not. Different laws, different churches, different identities. What they needed was a symbol that said, "We're together," even if reality said otherwise. In 1606, the first version of the Union flag emerged. It combined the red cross of St. George from England with the white diagonal cross of St. Andrew from Scotland, laid over a blue field. This wasn't about culture, it was about power. A visual announcement that one monarch ruled two realms. At sea, especially, this mattered. Flags weren't decoration. They were identity, authority and warning. Every line on the Union flag is deliberate. The bold red cross represents England's military confidence. The diagonal white cross reflects Scotland's deep Christian symbolism and long tradition of resistance. Even the blue background wasn't neutral. Blue had long been associated with Scotland, ensuring the flag didn't look like an English takeover, even if, many Scots felt exactly that. What's missing is just as important, Wales never received its own symbol on the flag. By the time the Union flag was created, Wales had already been absorbed into England legally. It had no separate political identity in the Union. That absence, it still speaks volumes today. The flag you recognise today didn't fully exist until 1801. That's when Ireland was formally united with Great Britain. To reflect this, the red diagonal cross of St. Patrick was added. But here's where things get interesting. That cross didn't sit neatly. It was offset, intentionally unbalanced, layered beneath the Scottish cross but above the English one. This asymmetry wasn't an accident. It was hierarchy made visible. The result was the Union flag as we know it. Complex, crowded, slightly uncomfortable to look at if you stare long enough. Just like the Union it represented. As the British Empire expanded, the Union flag travelled with it. It flew over colonies, forts, ships and battlefields across the world. It became shorthand for British authority, whether welcomed or resisted. In many places it symbolised order and administration. In others, it represented domination and loss. This is why the flag still sparks strong reactions today. For some, it stands for tradition and resilience. For others, it recalls exploitation and control. Symbols don't get to choose their meanings. History assigns them. World War II pushed the Union flag into one of its most defining roles. This wasn't just a national symbol anymore. It became a banner of survival. As Britain stood against Nazi Germany during its darkest hours, the flag took on new weight. It flew during air raids, on uniforms, on ships guarding vital supply lines. During the Battle of Britain, the Union flag represented defiance. Not conquest, not empire, but endurance. When cities burned and the future looked uncertain, that flag became, well, a psychological weapon. A reminder that Britain was still standing, still fighting. Across Europe, resistance movements saw it as a sign of hope. Across the Atlantic, it became a rallying image of an ally refusing to fall. World War II reshaped how the flag was seen, transforming it from an imperial marker into, a symbol of stubborn resistance. The end of World War II didn't freeze the flag in time. The empire began to dissolve. Colonies gained independence. New nations rewrote their identities. Some kept elements of the Union flag in their own designs. Others removed it entirely, eager to draw a clean line between past and future. Back home, the flag entered pop culture. It showed up in fashion, music and protest movements. Sometimes it was waved proudly. Sometimes burned. Sometimes, reimagined. Its meaning became fluid, shaped by who held it and why. The Union flag endures because it's unresolved. It doesn't offer a simple message. It carries contradiction, unity and division, pride and pain, strength and imbalance. That complexity is why it still sparks debate, even centuries after its creation. Flags that mean nothing fade away. Flags that carry history survive. And the Union flag carries a lot of history. The Union flag is more than a national emblem. It's a historical document. One you can read without words if you know where to look. Every cross tells a story of power negotiated. Every colour reflects a choice made under pressure. From royal ambition to World War II survival, this flag has witnessed moments that reshaped the modern world. If you want more stories like this, where symbols meet conflict and history leaves scars, make sure you subscribe to The Scars of a Global Stormfronts. Share this video with someone who thinks they already know history. And as always, stay curious. History never stops speaking.